Hey guys, I've been meaning to record a video for you of my new tank, but unfortunately I've been working on it, trying to get things situated in there to make it a good breeding environment for my electric blue Acara there. But finally I've got things in a good spot. There's still lots of work to be done, but I just thought I'd take a moment to show you guys everything in my tank. So I'm sure you can see the first and obvious, the stars of the tank. Their names are Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie is the little one that's kind of going crazy right now. That is the female. And they are about the same age. It's just the females in this particular breed are a lot smaller than the males. And then we have Clyde, who is this gentleman here. Quite the looker. They are a monogamous pair. They will be together for the rest of their life. This two are already paired. When they're feeling antsy, it's kind of cute. They do a little shimmy dance. It almost looks like they're being shocked with electricity, but they're actually just kind of trying to impress each other. So I'm sure you can right there see also another inhabitant of the tank. It's called a red-tailed shark. It's not actually... Well, he's hiding now. It's not actually... Hey! She's trying to steal the show. She's actually playing in a current right here. It's just a little tornado machine that creates a current there for them to have some enjoyment. There he is. He's coming out a little bit. But if I can get a view on him... They like to hide when I'm up in front of the tank moving around. There was Hab right there. You know that guy. That is my... large Blacostomus from downstairs. He's finally been moved into his new home and settled in very nicely. He definitely doesn't seem to be intimidated by any of the bigger guys. In fact, the opposite. He can scare him away if he wants to. This little wood cove right here seems to be where he likes to call home. He feels he blends in there well, so I'm happy he found a place he's happy. The red tail is actually, what I was saying earlier, is it's a loach. It's not actually, there he is, a shark. I said the word actually like 8 million times, but he's got a cute little face, a little mustache on him. But what he is he's in here because he's a good bottom cleaner. As you can see, there's sand in here. It's one of the recommendations for the Acara. They enjoy playing in it and breeding in it. Oh, I'll be dang, he's finally gone inside his little hut. I've never seen them go inside yet. That is awesome. I love to see that. In fact, I can't help but wonder, excuse me, I was looking up ahead. What is that back there? I know their eggs are white and kind of fluffy looking, so it's hard to tell from the substrate. I don't think he would have laid them in there, though, or they would have. In fact, that's what this is here for. They like big flat pieces of stone. They'll clean it off and lay their eggs on it and protect it, so that's why that's in there. And then the flower pots are just one of those things. I eventually want to make them kind of stone caves like this. That's for my Blacostomus. I have another tinier Blacostomus in here I'll get to, but for now, this is just one of the cheap and quick ways that you can give them somewhere that they can feel secure and hide if they, something's moving quick and startling them. I don't know if you'll be able to see him in there or not. I don't know if he's actually in there, or sometimes he's out. I think he's out and roaming right now. I have another tiny little Blacostomus. It's a clown pleco. Excuse me, I'm looking for him without looking through the zoom thing, and I'm sure that's getting you dizzy. There's a better view of the shark. He looks like one, but in reality he's not. He's cool. He's got a cute little personality when you feed him, but they've already been fed for today. And then I've got live plants in here. This one right here is just a plant that I had growing downstairs. I figured I'd move it up here because they're familiar with it. They like to play on it and pick the leaves off of it. I think they like the flavor of it, and I'm okay with it. It's in here for them to play with. The Java moss is in there. It's kind of just aesthetic, really. I just like the way it looks when it's growing off of the driftwood like that. Unfortunately, these two plants here, I cannot remember the name of. Oh wait, this one I can. This is a Amazonian sword plant. And what's actually interesting about it is it'll grow up to the surface of the tank out and put out like a shoot in air, and that's how it pollinates. And if you snip that off, you can make it into a new plant, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so basically what I'm trying to do is with the Bonnie and Clyde, that pair right there, I'm trying to breed them It's, you know, right now the water conditions aren't quite perfect. I need the hardness of the water to come up a little bit. I'm working on it, but I didn't really want to start manipulating the water until everything kind of settled. When I put that sand in, it kind of gets cloudy, and I didn't want to, you know, start manipulating it in case I needed to do water changes or anything like that. But it seems to have settled pretty well. And it's a shame you can't see the little tiny plonk. Like, oh, he's awesome, he's cute, but unfortunately he's a really good hider, so you almost never see him. He came with the purchase of, I'm going to swing the camera real quick, but I actually have this big giant 120 gallon in my living room. It's not staying, we're getting rid of it, but there was a young couple, a husband and wife, that had a newborn baby, and you could tell they just couldn't handle it anymore. And the equipment that came with it, plus these Acaras are about $100 fish each, and came with a bunch of equipment, so all of that was worth the purchase of the tank. And then I'm going to try to sell the tank back off because I don't want another large one. But worst case scenario, even if I have to throw it away, it was still worth the purchase with all of the things that it came with. So yeah, I realize this video is starting to get long, so I'll go ahead and cut it short. And by the way, I guess I should step back and show you that stand I built for it. I tried to do a nice little, you'll notice, mitered edges and everything to clean it up a bit, so there's no, like, you know, one 2x4 sticking out in one way. Eventually what I'm going to do is come along with a router and clean up, you know, round these edges, and now I'm going to put paneling on here. I should stand up a bit so you can see a bit better, but I'm going to panel all the sides of it and put, you know, covered doors on it, and put a bottom plate on here, so that way this is like a cabinet on the inside, and I can store all this fish stuff down here without, you know, it being all visible in the living room. And then, of course, all this horrible lighting stuff up here is completely temporary. It's just big old lights for tanks of this size are quite expensive, like $180, so I'm just going to hold off on that, just use these $20 Home Depot neon strips for now. And then, as you can see, I put big giant glass plates up here, so that way, you know, worst case scenario, rather than getting a fish out of water, we'll get a fish with a concussion. Which I looked it up, is a real thing. So apparently you gotta kind of keep nudging them for about 8 hours, and if they ever fall asleep, to keep them from... Same thing with the human, you know, it's no different. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little example, or not example, but viewing of the tank, and I will talk to you guys later.